So this is the WeJaam Wr6000, which has been out for quite some time. It came out and then wasn't updated for quite a few iterations of iOS, so became less and less functional. I used this a lot in my Form album 2 or 3 years ago, and then stopped using it because I found that the audio bus compatibility became a little erratic, and then the clock time got really quite strange as well, so I stopped using it. But I was complaining only a month or two ago that it seemed to have been abandoned, and then magically the dev Chris put out an update last month. Unfortunately, the update broke everything on my iPad, at least, so I got in touch with him and complained about it, and he was very responsive. He had a beta version with me within a day or two, and another beta version within another day or two, and everything seems to be working great now. So you can all rush out and buy yourself a copy of Wr6000 because it's working again. So what is it? Well, it's a kind of Groovebox. We've got these 6 tracks with 6 sequences and a master effects section. And with the 6000, if you're used to WeJaam, you're probably quite familiar with a lot of the stuff that's happening here. With the Wr6000, we also have a built-in synthesizer. So over here, I can show you. We've got this synthesizer. We've got 2 oscillators. We've got 2 LFOs, and we've got a few envelopes. And you can allocate stuff around. And it's a nice basic subtractive synth. So let's have a go at this. So on the sequencing section, it's fairly intuitive. You can set this to be any length up to 32 parts long. So here I can zoom in, so 1 to 16, 17 to 32. I've got this set to 16 at the moment. I can set that out to 32. Or I can go back to 16. Or I can set any other number. So you can set yourself some strange sequences with strange lengths. Come back to 16 then. Then you've got a bunch of bars, which you can set velocities on. Or you can set tunings on them, depending on how you've arranged this. So this one, for instance here, you can see this rim shot set to C2 there. It's really just working on velocity. So if I go across the mixer here and look at that rim shot, I can use a scale, I can edit the scale, and turn it off. Okay, and then over here on the V tune, this is the amount of variation that you can build in. Okay, so if I go now back to the sequencer, and you can see here I'm setting notes based upon the scale that I set here, my scale edit, and how much it varies. So here, up to 24 semitones from the bass. Now the other awesome thing about the sequencer, if I go back to sequencer here, is it's got this randomization, automation feature. I'll just turn it off for a moment. Right. So if I set a bar in here, that's setting currently at F sharp. If I hold that down, that's going to play the full length of the sample. Whereas if I set it without that switched on, it's going to play a shortened version of the sample. Also, I can turn on this auto button. Now, if I'll just start this running, if I turn auto on, I can now add random hits every 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm adding 4 for every 16 now. I like it. I think it works better about 1 or 2. I'm going to do the same over here with the percussion. And maybe some automated hi-hats as well. So see, with the automation, you can very quickly build up some nice variation in your patterns. Let's go over and mute this lot for a second. So, mute, 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 mute. And let's have a go at this bass over here. So I'm going to set okay, and again, if I go back over to the mixer, how much this varies is based upon this tuning here. Now, see there, I had that only set to -3, but if I go to my scale, I've got 1, 2, 3 semitones, and so I'm really not moving enough to make any of this tuning works here. So let's change that tuning. Let's change that to an octave. Okay, so now I'm basically working an octave down from my root node. And now if I go back to the sequencer, let's add some automation in again. If I go to my mixer, I can edit my levels. It's a bit more bass here, I think. Add some effects on there. Okay, now also if I go back to the sequencer, if I click this auto without messing around with the bar at the bottom, sorry, just click the bar, sorry, I can put in an automatic sequence that'll just stay like that. Tune that up a bit, I think. And edit my scale. If I want to change that, something else, but I don't like that random sequence, I can click the bar again. Now if I want to keep these, I just tap on them. Oops, no, I can't do that. Sorry, that didn't work. If I want to keep these now, cut that bit. Now you'll notice at the top here, these are all different sections to my program. So it's kept all the automation that I had on the previous pattern. So now I can use the same automation, or I could just, if I switch auto off. So I switch auto off, it's basically freezing the automation where I left it. So if I switch all those back on again, and then just turn these all down to 0, that should clear out all my automation. Almost there. There we go. That's it. Right. So, Wr6000 is a terrific way of coming up with really fast grooves to mess around with. It's now, I believe, link enabled, and the audio bus seems to be working again, and